afternoon everyone. Today we'll be preparing sponge sandwich, and these are the equipments that we need: an electric cake mixer, a cooling rack, a serving dish lined with doily paper, a big mixing bowl, glass mixing bowl. You need a sieve, round cake tin, a plate. You will also need a rubber scraper, palette knife, a fork, tablespoon, teaspoon, and a skewer. These are the ingredients that you need for today: plain flour, 50 grams of plain flour, 50 grams of sugar, fine caster sugar, some flour for you to dust your cake tin, vanilla essence, glazed cherries, and warm water. You will need 2 eggs that are of room temperature. You need some oil for you to use. Not forgetting the jam, strawberry jam, and icing sugar. First, we have to grease the baking tin with oil. Grease it well. This is to prevent the cake from sticking to the baking tin. We have to also sprinkle some flour on the baking tin this way to prevent the mixture at the bottom from being oily and to ensure that the cake is dry. Next, you will have to preheat the oven at 180 degrees, middle shelf. Now we come to the making of the sponge cake. First is to sieve the flour. This is to trap air and to remove any impurities. Break 2 eggs in a mixing bowl and place them on a cloth. This is to prevent the mixing bowl from slipping and to absorb the noise. This is an electric cake mixer. Please ensure that you turn it on and off only inside the mixing bowl. We will start with very low speed and you will gradually increase the speed. As you are mixing, please turn your mixing bowl. Turn the mixing bowl this way at high speed. You should see the change in color of the egg mixture from yellow to white. It should turn white, thick and fluffy. Wait for about 3 minutes before you stop. Constantly turn your mixing bowl. You can see now that the mixture is thick and the color has changed because air has been trapped in and the mixture is light. How do you know that the cake mixture is ready or it is really thick and fluffy before adding the sugar? Reduce the speed. Okay. Try making a trail and the trail should remain there. This shows that the mixture is thick and fluffy. Okay. After this, you will add the sugar inside and continue to whisk for about 20 to 30 seconds at high speed. This is to allow even distribution of the sugar and to allow the sugar to dissolve in the mixture as well. Once the mixture has turned thick and fluffy, after 20 seconds, gradually decrease the speed and lift your mixer up. Okay. Alright, now we are going to demonstrate the folding in technique. The proper way of folding in is to use a metal tablespoon, but to make things faster, we'll use a plastic scraper today. So sprinkle about 1 tablespoon of plain flour all over the egg mixture. This is how you fold in. Okay. Scrape the sides and push in. Scrape the sides and push in. Scrape. Scrape the side and push in. Once all the flour has been folded in, sprinkle 1 more tablespoon of flour all over the mixture. Continue to fold in the flour lightly and quickly. Sprinkle all the remaining flour and continue to fold in lightly and quickly. Add about 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla essence and 1 tablespoons of warm water. The addition of warm water is to give the cake a moist texture because the cake is very dry. And continue to pour in. Okay. And now it's ready to be poured in the baking tin. Okay. The consistency should be of a pouring mixture. Use the scraper to scrape all the mixture out onto the baking tin. Give a gentle knock so that the mixture is evenly spread in the baking tin. Now let's place it in the oven. It should be placed in the middle shelf at 180 degrees for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, remove the cake from the oven. Make sure you have the glove with you. Now to check that the cake is ready, the sides would have shrunk slightly inwards and the cake is golden brown in color. Leave the cake to cool for 5 minutes. Loosen the edge of the cake using a palette knife and turn it over on a chopping board. Give it a few knocks and gently remove it. The cake should be spongy. Air holes must be evenly distributed fine air holes, and there shouldn't be any big air holes. Okay, there should also not be any specks of flour if you had folded in very well. Use a chef knife and hold it at a 45-degree angle and gently saw the cake. If you exert the pressure too strong, you will break the cake. Mix the jam with a little bit of warm water to give it a spreading texture. You will spread jam evenly on one side of the cake. Turn the other half of the cake over and sandwich it neatly. Now we will decorate the cake using icing sugar. Dust with some icing sugar over the cake. Now we will cut the cake into 3 wedges. Again, saw it gently. Transfer the cake onto a serving plate lined with doily. Your glazed cherry, you can cut it into half. And you can further cut it into half. Right, and you can arrange it in a flower shape. This is how you can decorate the cake once it's done. And this is how your sponge cake should look like.